Realized they could pay you just enough to survive, but never enough to escape.
They're suppressing my videos and all of the metaphysical.
What is that moving around?
Welcome back to Rabbit Hole Reacts. Today we're watching some of the craziest videos from around the internet. Make sure to leave this video a like and a subscribe. And on that note, let's go.
The artist manipulates our senses, transforming light into an object we can touch and interact with. Lachlan Turchin is the artist creating interactive sculptures through his explorations of the optical properties of water and light. Lucida is a sculpture you can step inside, a 6-foot wide luminous veil of light that ripples through mist, creating shifting environments that blur the boundaries between the tangible and intangible. In his words, light, typically fleeting and immaterial, takes on a material permanence, transforming into something that can be touched, inhabited and felt. This is part of his larger Veil series, where light sculptures are situated in nature. In this piece, the steam from the hot spring in California's Mojave Desert rises, creating a volumetric curtain of light. Each piece is totally entrancing, particularly his series Wave Space, where viewers are bathed in liquid light from the ceiling above.
Interactive sculpture. Now that's the next form of art. That's absolutely etheric and beautiful.
So in 2020, I met with 6 beings of light when I broke my neck and had an out-of-body experience. And even though I have never embroidered in my whole life, they asked me to weave a message. And to begin, they said I should sew a rose. And so I did.
Oh, wow. Never weaved a day in your life? If that was his first time weaving and that's what he came up with, then he is some type of savant, or is genuinely being communicated visions that he can tap into a flow state on.
Crazy. Look at that.
Whoa.
That's insane.
Optimus Prime? Is that Autobots?
Yeah, right?
Ah!
Dude, that is actually crazy.
That's so close too.
That is.
Whoa!
That's the movie right there.
That's so
Jazz.
dope.
Whoa!
That's
actually crazy.
Oh, that's actually nice. That we came back to
Autobots
that.
activate.
Dude, if you didn't point that out, I would
I
have.
was like, what the fuck? I thought it was like a fucking plane. Like, there's no way it's that bright.
No. Well, it's
There's so much sky phenomena going on nowadays. I literally have no idea what's going on. But I will say, in like the hieroglyphics and the old cave paintings, and in some different depictions throughout time and history, there's like blue and red orbs in the sky. And some of these old paintings of political figures, there's stuff going on in the skies. Like, are we back at the times? Is history repeating? And how do we get a closer look? Oh, wow. I want one of those.
It's time to leave. They're suppressing my videos and all of the metaphysical and esoteric content. They're also censoring anyone who is speaking out against. And if your videos are pro or anti, you will be suppressed, censored, and banned. It's a real shame, because I have found TikTok content creators to be very real, raw and authentic, something I haven't found on other platforms. Apparently they're not censoring anyone on Upscroll, so I'll go check it out. I'll leave this up.
Has everybody heard of that? I mean, it's all over TikTok, like people wanting to ban, saying how it's For You pages, its algorithms are completely changed. And that was the thing about TikTok. Like, I make these videos through TikTok. They're like raw and authentic stories and depictions through first eye point of view. But if there's an algorithm suppressing, we can't have nothing. But I was thinking the other day, like, we all thought in our time that MySpace and like Facebook was, the community center and nothing could ever overtake it. And then Vine and Snapchat and all this other stuff. What if TikTok is just another phase and we're just so attached to it because we, are integrated with it? But hopefully there's something better coming, something more raw, more authentic.
TikTok just got bought out by the US government, so I no longer really care for this account anymore. Really, both of my accounts, I'm just going to start all over on Instagram until that gets bought. But until then, I want to give you all the truths of America and all the truths of pretty much everything that I've discovered. And if you don't care and you keep scrolling, well, good luck when this all topples. If you're still here, I'm probably going to get banned soon, so... Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. The government was built on a 3-branch system, and 2 of them could topple one. Celebrities and government officials are pedos. When you become a celebrity, you sign your life away to this country. The country of America has a giant spell on us because it was built that way, literally. The Masons practice witchcraft and have since America's inception. Science does not explain consciousness, only a true creator does. Spaniards gave us the Bible, but America split Christianity into denominations purposefully so we could never wake up to Christ. Israelites were black, and U.S. Hebrew Israelites now have become a hate group on purpose. Jesus is not God, God is Jesus. Children are being trafficked every day. Jesus is not his real name, it's Yeshua. God is not its real name, it's Yahweh. The word God is from the government. The government is again fake. Everything unexplainable is explainable by the fact that there is a all-knowing creator, and when you choose to believe in that creator with obedience to the rule book, regardless of the time period you're in, your third eye will open, giving you the ability to see a third point of view in the 3-point triangle you live in today. Come out of...
Oh, that was deep.
I'm going to explain why your salary is calculated so perfectly. Companies used to pay workers well because a thriving middle class with disposable income was good for the overall economy. People bought houses, cars, products, and everyone won. But things took a wild turn. At some point, corporations ran the numbers and realized they could pay you just enough to survive, but never enough to escape. Just enough to make rent, but not save. Just enough to eat, but not invest. Just enough to keep showing up, but never enough to quit. It's not random, it's mathematical precision. They need you dependent on that paycheck. If you get too comfortable, you might leave, might start competing, might build something, so they keep you in the stress zone, paycheck to paycheck, one emergency away from catastrophe. And here's the part that'll make you sick. They call it wage optimization. They've studied exactly how little they can pay before you break and leave, and they pay right above that line. And anybody who understands capitalism knows corporations don't see you as human. They see you as a resource to extract maximum value from at minimum cost. You're not failing, you're being managed. We may not see each other again, so make sure to follow this page.
Now that's honestly like the truest video I've seen in a while. I completely resonate with that. I mean, of course, there's people who go above and beyond or have connections or relations that get them into higher positions. But for the average working person, we don't even need someone to testify. We're living it.
A group of scientists recreated a star by taking a vat of water, putting an air bubble in the center of it, and then passing a sound wave through it. This caused the air bubble to collapse upon itself, creating heat and light. Did you notice how they recreated a star in a vat of water, not in an empty vacuum? So all of the ancient cultures around the world understood that what was above us was some sort of liquid substance.
Yeah.
Some people have even called it the Aether, which is the 5th element that was taken out of the 4 elements that we have now.
Why?
There's 5. Earth, water, air, fire, and ether.
Or
ether
plasma
is
energy.
The substance, the spirit that holds everything together. It is the unmanifest giving power to the manifest. So when you look up at the sky, what you're seeing is angles of light, sacred geometry, That's what the angels are. When they're describing angels in the Bible, pay attention to how it's describing it. The stars are not millions of miles away, but entertainment only.
Gosh, when is all the new information about space or no space or what's beyond the firmament, ice wall, ether, Aether, energy, Van Allen belts gonna come out? Because we need an update. It seems as if what we've been taught is not true, and everyone who goes down the moon landing conspiracy usually comes to a common consensus, if you know what I mean.
What I am about to show you, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, is one of the secrets of the universe. The definition of a tree. A tree is a trunk and two smaller trees. And those two smaller trees are a trunk and two smaller trees. And so on until we get to this. The code I wrote to create these animations is not any more complicated than what I just described. Drawing a tree is drawing a trunk and then drawing two smaller trees. And going from pseudocode to the real thing just looks like this. What I am about to show you, and I don't think I'm exaggerating.
Is the world just coded in simulation? We need to know.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory that in order for human evolution to work, the humans first needed to become addicted to pain and suffering? So this was done by introducing meat to the humans to get them addicted to eating meat. Because when the animal is killed, fear and suffering is transferred, that frequency, into the meat. And if we have the humans eat that frequency, they will become addicted to fear and suffering.
I just don't know what to eat anymore. It seems like everything we've been taught is a lie, so I guess we'll just perish away. Dang. That was beautiful.
The Magic Crystal, CIA.gov, approved for release May 17th, 2002. Welcome to the ADHD zone. It's always different here. Technology Division. The Magic Crystal. You can see that crystal's crossed out and written with crystal over again here. Could a device be created which would prove definitely whether or not an individual possesses electrical potential or biofield? Does a device already exist? Doctor of Technical Science G. Sergi responds, one might say that the brain, even the entire human body, is nothing more than liquid crystal.
I have got crystals galore. I've had a fascination with them since I was a child. I remember getting an amethyst when I was like 6 years old, and I was completely infatuated. There's something about them, the clarity, the clearness that draws us to them. And if there's a crystal that can prove we have bioelectric energy, I need it in my possession. We know that they have piezoelectricity. By scraping them together, it induces pressure, which on two quartz can create piezoelectricity. So there are properties in them, but how do we connect our body to the properties of a crystal? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Have you ever heard of Bashar? For those that haven't, Bashar is supposedly an extraterrestrial being made of energy from a planet near Alpha Centauri. He is from the future, and he channels to us through a man named Daryl Unka. Now, I'm not saying I fall into that. I'm not saying that it's real, but I do want to draw your attention to an a panel, an interview, when it's something he said right before the 2024 election. Check this out.
Generally speaking, we are not really allowed to comment deeply on your politics. But since things are changing somewhat in the near future, I am allowed to give you some very general specifics about the election in the United States. Are you willing to take responsibility for what we are about to say? Be sure the answer is yes.
Yes.
All right. This is what we are allowed to say. The female will lead to open contact. The male will lead to the termination of the United States and World War III.
Oh.
Man, I didn't think it was real before. Like, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. But the man was spot on. And I don't think that necessarily means that there's an energy being from the future that's telling us what's going to happen. I think the writing was on the wall, and Daryl Anka was able to read it like a lot of us.
Like a lot of us. I actually love watching channelers. We all have our own level of discernment, seeing what resonates with us, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and we're meant to see everything that comes across our path. And channelers are a deep dive into the other side. If you know, you know.
This recording of the moon is from a high-powered telescope on Earth. What is that moving around? Whatever it is, it's got to be massive because it just hit that crater. What is that? What's going on? UFO, baby. Strange shenanigans here on Earth and up on the moon. Shabadoo-bushkies. Shabadoo.
Let's see what the comments say. Someone said the magic school bus.
You guys remember how I showed you the maps that were here on Earth before 1958, before the governments took them out? And I'm going to show you the Encyclopedia Britannicas in the public libraries before 1958. Here's volume 2 out of the alphabet A. And we're going to flip to the Antarctica, and this is from 1958, as you can see. Now, we're going to flip to the Antarctica and see what the Encyclopedia Britannica from 1958, before the Antarctic Treaty, says is there. Now, you won't find this in the new encyclopedias because the government... Now, I'm going to zoom it in for you. When they returned to New Zealand, these flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you, let me show you with an image of what a flat earth map would look like. Now, this is what latitude 80 degrees south would look like on a flat earth map. As you can see, the dome comes down closer to you over the wall, which will be about 13,000 feet. Now, if you go back out into the center of the earth, or up the North Pole, and try to go up to the firmament with a little bit of calculation, it's going to show that it's about 385,500 feet away. It's really, really simple, folks. Now, if you're not familiar with any of this at all, and you're just now new to all this, you could say, well, this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But what you...
Morty, you made it through the metaphysical TED Talk. Now comes the part everyone thinks they want.
Oh no!
Stop sounding like a broken owl, Morty. The how. The step-by-step guide to breaking your personal firmament without crying, dissociating, or pretending you don't need this.
I might still cry.
That's normal. Growth feels like emotional roller coaster. Step 1. Kill the autopilot. Morty, about 95% of humans are just habits and pants. Same reactions, same thoughts, same emotional reruns. Breaking the dome starts when you interrupt the loop.
Interrupted how?
Catch yourself mid-reaction. Question your assumptions. Notice when your brain is on cruise control every time you break a pattern. Reality glitches.
Glitches?
Yeah, your inner operating system just lost a rule. Step 2. Emotional deprogramming.
So, logic breaks the dome?
Nope. Emotions built it. Fear, shame, guilt, Identity issues wrapped in trauma duct tape. That's the glue holding your perception together.
So how do I unglue it?
Ask the scary questions. Who taught me this belief? When did I agree to live scared? Why am I defending ideas that hurt me? Break the emotional contracts and the dome starts cracking. Step...
Woo! That was a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time, and every single piece of that rings true in my ears.
Check this out. This company built an AI headset that lets you control your dreams. Imagine Inception, but in real life whenever you want. And they do this by activating lucid dreams. It's insane. In normal dreams, this part of your brain is turned off. It's called the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. And that's where all your decision making happens. That's why in normal dreams, weird things happen to you that you just can't control because your control center is off. But in lucid dreams, things are completely different. In lucid dreams, you can control your behavior. You can think, act, build, invent, all in a world where there are no risks. Some of the best inventions in human history came from lucid dreams. Tesla, Einstein, even the idea for the periodic table came when the inventor was asleep. It's pretty powerful. Now this company, Prophetic, created a way to turn on lucid dreaming whenever you want. It's called the Halo, and it fires low intensity ultrasonic energy to activate that part of the brain, essentially waking you up while you're sleeping. Imagine being able to...
I just got done watching this podcast on this man that's saying that bioelectricity is the next wave of medicine, activating meridian centers within your body, certain parts of your brain, all through like sonar or electrical impulses. Maybe that's the connection between like crystals. I don't know. But electricity seems to have a big play on a lot of things. Yes. Oh, I loved that show. Thank you guys so much for watching those videos with me today. That was crazy. But if you could, please subscribe to the channel. I genuinely appreciate it. As always, stay mindful, stay woke, keep your eyes towards the sky, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.